What's up, YouTube? So in this video, I'm going to be talking about the tight ends for the Miami Dolphins going into the 2023 offseason. I have it put up this way because for some reason they're still listing Tanner Conner as a wide receiver, which he was in college. But at the NFL level, he's honestly just not he's not athletic enough to do it, so he's been moved to tight end. So yeah, we're only looking at him at Tanner Conner here for these receivers, and then we're just looking at the tight ends from there. So anyway, so Tanner Conner is locked up for the next 2 years. He's probably just gonna be a practice squad and training camp guy. He was showing some decent skill in camp and in preseason a little bit, and he had a good rapport with Skylar Thompson. So I am kind of happy to kind of keep him around. He did get hurt, unfortunately, so hopefully we can see a little bit of him next year, see maybe some progression. So moving on, Durham Smythe, we still have for another year, which I am happy about because I don't think we're re-signing Mike Gesicki. I think he's probably the most important here. Very, very good receiving tight end, but he just has zero interest in run blocking at all. So, and with this team being supposed to be focused on the run, he's going to need to be able to block better. We're going to need a starting tight end that can block, and unfortunately, he's just not that guy. So he's probably just going to have to move forward. It is what it is. So I am happy that we do have Durham Smythe at least locked up for another year to be our number 2, because I want to get a starting tight end, whether it be through the draft or free agency. I don't care. But I want a tight end that can give us value in the receiving game and in the blocking game, and I'd like Durham to be a solid number 2 for us. Ethan Carter is more of an H-back, and he's also a backup fullback for us. I do like him, and he's also a very good special teams player. He did get hurt. So I am happy to kind of keep him around as well. And Hunter Long, the tight end that we drafted a couple years ago, we still got 2 more years with him. I don't care about him. If we can bring in a starter, I wouldn't even care if we just outright cut him, or if we can get some kind of trade value out of him, let's do it. I don't really love the idea of going into games with 4 active tight ends. I think that's a waste of a roster spot. And I'd rather have Ethan Carter than Hunter Long, I'll be honest with you, just because he does give you that special teams value, and he's also an H-back, which is a bit of a different position, and can give you snaps at tight end and fullback. I just think he gives us way more versatility as far as building a roster goes. And Hunter Long really hasn't done a goddamn thing for us. Maybe he steps up in this training camp and off season. I hope so. I hope he really turns stuff around, but as of now, from what I've seen, I'm not really a big fan of him. So it is what it is. But yeah, I definitely want to add a guy. I definitely want a number 1, but I do feel really good about Durham Smythe being our number 2. Gives you some value in the receiving game. He can get you a little bit of yak, and is also a really solid blocker. And Ethan Carter is a good blocking H-back / tight end and fullback. And like I said, he is a good special teams guy. So Tanner Conner is kind of like Mike Gesicki, like a poor man Mike Gesicki. He's not going to give you any value in the blocking game at all. He's like 225. But he is a pretty... He's a decent athlete for a tight end. As a wide receiver, he was very unathletic. But for a tight end, he does have some pretty solid athleticism. So, anyway... That's going to do it for this video. If you liked it, appreciate hitting that like button. Have any questions or comments in the comments down below. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.